Now, I think we're back. Alright. When last we met our hero, we were here. So, this has thrown the schedule off a little bit today. So I'm going to spend a little more time with this game because we've barely touched it. And we're going to get to Goose Game and the goofy animal showcase as soon as this is all finished. Yep, looks like we're back online. Great. Hopefully that will solve all of our issues for today. Maybe that's what was wrong the entire time. I don't know. I'm just happy to be back online. There we go. Did it. And here we get our first cape and cord. See? And then we got a cool snazzy cape. What does it do? Looks cool. Moving. Look at that health. Nice. You are working hard here. Yes, I am. It's making me angry. Unlocking locks and bringing the machine online. Do not test my patience, engineer. I have slain many of your kind before. This thing is all talk. It's all talk. That is our easy way back. So this is basically the spot, like the boss room. And that's like a fast travel point to get back. And this is the boss encounter. Essentially. Right, yeah, those things detonate. I need to hit the, so you can take care of those by hitting them, and then and my goal, of course, is to turn all of these things on. Alright, I did that one already. Let's take care of some of these. You do have to be careful, like you have to bounce. Yeah. Get it. Nope, I think I hit that green space there. That should do it. Yep. So they do try to mark like the environment around there to make it a little more obvious. Oh. Alright, we need to take care of some of these things. Nailed it. For the kids. Which, by the way, since coming back online, we have not done a PSA. Hi and welcome to Extra Life 2019. I'm so glad you could stop by. I know that sounded maybe condescending. Did not mean it to be. I'm actually genuinely happy if you're here. So the point of today is we are raising funds for Extra Life. Myself specifically, I'm raising funds for BC Children's Hospital. Sorry, I'll read this first. I'm working late into the night every day now. There are more people arriving in town every day, fleeing the giant wall of sand. I must finish the work soon. Philip Frog. Anyway. But I'm raising as a member of the Giant Bomb team. If you do happen to find your way to this stream and you'd like to donate to Extra Life, but maybe not to a children's hospital in a place where you don't live, head to my participant page, which should be over there at the bottom of the page. If you click the Giant Bomb team, there's a list of everyone that's on the team there. Somebody's got to be probably near where you're at. So if you don't want to donate to me, donate to somebody. I strongly recommend you donate to somebody because it will go to help somebody who really needs it. So I strongly encourage you to please reach out and go check out other streams. There's lots of people doing some cool stuff today. Go. I mean, at the very least, go spread the word. Like let other people know there's a big charity drive happening today for children's hospitals. Like just spread the word that anything helps. Log entry 214 Philip Frog, project lead. This part of the machine uses a special energy that keeps attracting the local plants. I worry that in the long term, parts of this section may be overgrown by local flora. Or fauna? Log entry 427, unknown. The work to complete the machine seems to be progressing as planned, but there are noises coming out of the darkness in the mountain. I can't tell if it's the engineers at work or something else. Dun, dun, dun. This giant depleted battery looks over 1,000 years old. Large cables lead away from it and out into all corners of the mountain's darkness. A connection for recharging the backups on one of the front machine looks worn but functional. Reconnect the plug. Reminder, increase power reserves capacity to reduce the chance of total power failure. We must ensure that one of the BOTC engineers would be able to manually restore power to the entire machine by going room to room. That's what we're doing right now. Oh, nearly every time I do that, I overrun the elevator. What's up, Frog? Oh boy, it's happening. You got one of those rock things turned on. If I remember right, the mechanical pillars on the platform up there each represent a different part of my family's machine. I'm sorry, I guess it's kind of your machine too. Nobody remembers its real name. I call it the Weather Tether. I'm kind of embarrassed I told you that. So we did find a core, so we're going to go outside to the town. Because now that the power's back on, one character out here should want to talk to us again, like I saw earlier. So my machines have started working again. Oh yeah, this character's named Danielle, by the way. You have anything to do with this? I guess I should thank you. I could upgrade that core of yours with the right parts. I've got an old core we could use. Why don't you have it? Take it to my transfer coil over there and give it some power. So yeah, he's got this transfer coil, which we can upgrade. And it gives us more power. And there's the old core he gave us. That was we just used the one that we picked up, so now we've got 2 upgrades. I feel like I missed something. There's this branch that you can find. Hang on, I'm just gonna take a look around here really quick again. Yeah, there's this branch that you can find that I don't want to say is necessary, but feels necessary. It could just be that it's in the second area and we just haven't gotten it yet. I still feel like I've missed it somehow. Nope. The game just clearly told me through that achievement that there is nothing, so... Guess that's that. It must be inside then. We'll find it eventually, I'm sure. So if you are just tuning in, thanks for stopping by. I really do appreciate you coming by and just coming to hang out. If you want to chat for a while, it's great. If you just want to hang out for a while I blather on about whatever crazy nonsense enters my brain, then you're welcome to do so too. We're playing Creature in the Well right now. I am going to be going straight into a bunch of silly games that involve chaos caused by animals right after this. We're going to start with the Goose game, then we're going to play this game from Bossa Studios called I Am Fish, and then follow that up with Ape Out afterwards. Ape Out, maybe not so much goofy because there's some violence in that, but maybe kind of goofy. I think everything's okay, yeah. Okay. I'm not losing any frames, so at least, yeah. So I'm not at a point. So you see, some of these balls are yellow or red because they're coated with fire, I guess. I think the only reason that's different is that if they're that color, they can hurt you. Whoop. Otherwise, I think they're otherwise just energy. I haven't yet had to like get a specific color of energy in order to do something. I'm trying to get these hard to reach ones down here first. But for that reason, because when you get balls flying around, they can randomly hit the thing that explodes. So trying to control them into a specific spot is recommended. Whoa! Not unnecessarily unlike Dark Souls in some ways, but at least in terms of the way this kind of manages your threat. Can be kind of like that. Just power. No secrets, just power. Figures. And there are lots of like little secret like power terminals like in here. It doesn't seem to do anything apart from just giving you little bits of extra power to get them. Which is cool, but, you know. This is a new configuration. Make sure, oh yeah, I forgot. Timer still, yeah, timer's still going. That's all that's important. We have the right and accurate time. Hitting these in the right way in here is kind of satisfying because you can just set off a giant chain reaction. And that's kind of fun to just watch. I don't know what the bright blue ball is. That's a new one. I'm not sure what that is. Alright, so we've got all of our power. Let's get back. I think we'll probably go to the end of this section, and then we'll move on to the next game. If anyone out there is watching, if you're getting a lot of buffering or stream instability, just let me know. I was messing around with settings a lot last night, and it is set to a kind of high-ish bit rate. I really have no sense of how some of this stuff actually runs for people. So yeah, if you're having trouble connecting to the stream and having it stay stable, just let me know. I can make some adjustments. You can definitely hear that frying pan every time that I hit it. Clang! Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think this is one where I actually need it. Well, I didn't necessarily need the branch, but it was very useful to have the branch. Dang it. Oh no, I was thinking of another one. This one just, you have to be accurate. There we go. My mistake. Here's another cape and a core. You basically get one core. There should be at least one core, I think, in every area. I actually have no idea how many secrets are actually in the game. Like, I don't know if I've been missing secrets. Like, I feel like, for the most part, in the levels that I've have played in this that I've found them all, but I don't know. There we go. All done. Oh, hey! Sorry, I just noticed that I'm not hearing a lot of the sounds from the Restream chat client, but good, I'm glad it's working fine for you. And welcome and/or good evening, afternoon, 8 hours. Yeah, evening. Good evening. How are you doing, sir? I think we're about halfway through this section. I thought this was the section where you got the slow motion smacker, but I guess not. Because that's the one I like using the most. It's just a lot easier to hit. Oh right, not those. Don't hit those. The things that look like giant dynamite blocks. Don't hit those. That is also less annoying to listen to than the frying pan. Hey, I want to take away this thing. Fine. There we go. All done. Oh yeah, this one had extras. Again, no idea for sure what they do. Whoa! That's unfortunate. Alrighty. Maybe this is the... Nope. Just blew it. Dang it. I'm starting to get a sense now of where some of this challenge can come from. Because the game will sort of demand sometimes you to be that quick and accurate, which is fun. Like, that's kind of where it's at. Like, that's the focus hammer. That's the one. Yes. So yes, for example, so now doing that challenge again with this item would make it a lot easier. So yeah, here's what it does. So every time I go to strike now, it'll slow down. It just gives me an extra little bit of fine-tuning on where to hit it. It really does make it much simpler. Well, not much simpler, but some of those more demanding hits are much simpler than they would be otherwise. But there are other advantages and other strikers that then you wouldn't get to use, so, you know, trade-off. Ways to tell you're near the boss room. Ooh. So yes, they do make you an obstacle for the balls, so if you stand in the way of the balls, yes, it messes with it. We'll see if we make it. Because again, I'm not getting anything from this, apart from more power. I know it's a bit of a detour, but it'll be a little bit faster than having to run all the way back here from the start. Because that's really all that happens when you lose all your power. I may show you, actually, before we go. You don't actually, like, die. But, I will show that before we go, just so you can see what I mean. It's kind of funny. Why do you persist? Do you think I am not watching? I was born in the black heart of the mountain. I do not sleep. You are a lost scrap of rust who is out of their depth. Turn around or I will stop you. Yeah, just very unpleasant. Dour. Get out of my house. But we're gonna do this first. So yes, you can double strike back, which is another reason why that thing is good, because when you've got these, the flaming ones coming back at you, like the extra little bit to make sure, because it is actually relatively precise over your returns on that stuff. Because like I feel like that I shouldn't have gotten hit. When you actually really look at it, you totally did get hit. Down. I think we've got one more, maybe two. Oh right, yeah, this one. Yeah, because it gets blocked back there. Yeah, if you haven't noticed, that slowdown thing is really good. Yeah, I definitely missed the branch. I know I had the branch when I got here before. Gosh, I wonder where it was. Totally forgot. Anyway, I strongly recommend you find a branch. It will make some of these puzzles, or not puzzles, but challenges easier. But it does have the issue of that it will overload you, so if you hit too many balls, you will take damage every time that you try to charge them. So like I could be flinging like 9 of these fully charged balls at these things, which makes it faster to charge each one of those individual like receptacles. But you take damage every time. But also when you've got a limited time to charge each one, sometimes taking a little bit of damage is better. Did it. Nailed it. Alright. Just activate these. Again, I don't know why people associate with this with pinball. Pinball is a very different game to me, but anyway. Archived history file. I think I've found a way to create a renewable power source strong enough to use for the North Star. If I can harness it into a portable core, we could build a line of robotic engineers that can run the machine. The working title for the power source is currently Bounded Orb Transfer Cores. Bounded Orb BOTC. The kids in town have built a field where they play stickball. They have been watching the BOTC engineers swinging around the tools Danielle made for them and turned it into a yard game. So Danielle, that alligator creature. from town. The market on Main Street was full of new seasonal stalls this weekend. Merchants from beyond the sea came to town and bought exotic fish to sell to the locals. So clearly something is beyond the sand. Just whoever lives in the town doesn't know it. Archives. Dozens of old data cartridges are covered in sand and rust. Connections to the terminals are corroded, but some appear in working condition. Much of the research data stored here is gone forever. There's a single empty slot and a stray cartridge on the desk. Insert cartridge. The road leading out of town goes back into the desert. I think it connects to one of the maintenance entrances for the machine somewhere out in the dunes. So I'm guessing that you clear the sand at some point so you can go out to one of the other external places. Haha, that time it didn't overshoot it. And that's Creature in the Well. I think this game is really cool. Unfortunately, we had a bit of trouble showing it, so we're running a little over on it, but I kind of at least wanted to show a couple levels in it first. So there's more than just what looks like is out there. I think there's probably at least 10 of these things, I think. So it's a decent-sized game. It's on Switch. It's on PC. And I think it's really cool. But we're going to switch over. If I can actually figure out how to quit. Quit. There we go. All right. It is fun as heck. It can get a little stressful. Like when you get some of those later boss fights, you've got to be on it. But it's fun and it's enjoyable, and I like the characterizations. I think they're neat. I think the art's really good. It's a fun game, and it's a town full of giant alligator creatures named Danielle.